The Pickwick Papers by Charles Dickens. The Pickwick Papers follows the comedic adventures of Samuel Pickwick and his friends, the Pickwickians, as they travel across England. Initially published in serial form, the novel blends satire and social commentary, critiquing legal and political systems while exploring themes of friendship, morality, and human nature. Through misadventures, romantic entanglements, and encounters with a cast of eccentric characters, including the iconic Sam Weller, Dickens presents a critique of societal norms. The narrative, rich in humor and wit, also showcases Dickens's skill in character development and his critique of Victorian society's foibles. The Pickwick Papers is celebrated for its vivid storytelling, memorable characters, and its influence on English literature. Let's deep dive into the book. The formation of the Pickwick Club. The Pickwick Papers begins with Mr. Samuel Pickwick, an affable and wealthy old gentleman, founding the Pickwick Club. Alongside three other members, Mr. Nathaniel Winkle, Mr. Augustus Snodgrass, and Mr. Tracy Tupman, they embark on a series of adventures across England to research and document the intriguing aspects of life for the club. The narrative commences with their departure from London, setting the stage for a series of humorous and whimsical encounters that collectively satirize various aspects of Victorian society. Mr. Pickwick's first adventure. Their first significant adventure occurs in Rochester, where Mr. Pickwick attempts to sleep in a lady's bed by mistake, leading to a humorous misunderstanding. This incident introduces the reader to the novel's recurring theme of misadventures and social faux pas. The group then attends a military review, where Winkle, who pretends to be a sportsman, gets into trouble due to his lack of skill. This episode showcases Dickens's knack for comedy, setting the tone for the adventures to come. The introduction of Sam Weller. In London, Mr. Pickwick hires Sam Weller as his valet, a decision that significantly shapes the narrative. Sam's sharp wit and street-smart insights provide a grounding perspective to Mr. Pickwick's often naive and idealistic viewpoint. Sam quickly becomes indispensable to the group, offering pragmatic advice and support through their various misadventures, including Mr. Pickwick's ill-fated encounter with Alfred Jingle, a charming but deceitful actor. Mr. Pickwick's legal troubles. Mr. Pickwick becomes embroiled in a legal battle with his landlady, Mrs. Bardell, who mistakenly believes Mr. Pickwick has proposed marriage to her. This misunderstanding leads to a humorous yet critical examination of the legal system when Mrs. Bardell sues him for breach of promise. The trial, held at the Guildhall, becomes a spectacle, highlighting the absurdities of the legal process and the societal expectations of marriage and agreements. The Fleet Prison. After refusing to pay the damages awarded to Mrs. Bardell, Mr. Pickwick is sent to the Fleet Prison. His time in prison exposes him to the harsh realities and injustices of the Victorian penal system. It is here that Dickens shifts the narrative tone, juxtaposing the novel's earlier comedic escapades with the somber themes of injustice and human suffering. Despite the grim setting, Mr. Pickwick's inherent goodness and optimism shine through as he aids his fellow inmates. Mr. Pickwick's moral growth. While imprisoned, Mr. Pickwick undergoes significant personal growth, gaining a deeper understanding of the complexities and injustices of the world. His experiences in the Fleet lead him to reevaluate his values and priorities, marking a pivotal point in his character development. Upon his release, facilitated by Sam Weller and the payment of the court fees, Mr. Pickwick emerges as a more empathetic and thoughtful individual, committed to using his wealth and influence for the betterment of others. Resolution of misunderstandings. The narrative progresses towards resolving the various misunderstandings and conflicts introduced earlier. Alfred Jingle, who had caused much trouble for the Pickwickians, experiences a change of heart after falling into destitution and is redeemed with Mr. Pickwick's assistance. This act of forgiveness highlights the themes of redemption and the power of kindness. The marriages. The novel culminates in a series of marriages, symbolizing the restoration of social harmony and the reward for the character's moral growth. Mr. Winkle marries Arabella Allen, Snodgrass marries Emily Wardle, and even Sam Weller finds love with Mary, his counterpart in wit and wisdom. These unions serve as a fitting conclusion to the narrative, encapsulating the joyous outcomes of the characters' journeys. Mr. Pickwick's retirement. In the penultimate section, Mr. Pickwick decides to retire from public life, settling in a quiet village with his friends and Sam Weller. This decision reflects his contentment with a simpler life, focusing on the well-being of his close circle and the local community. His transformation from a seeker of adventures to a figure of benevolence and stability underscores the narrative's overarching message about the value of personal growth and kindness. The legacy of the Pickwick Club. The novel concludes with a reflection on the enduring legacy of the Pickwick Club and its adventures. Mr. Pickwick's generous spirit and the friendships formed throughout the story leave a lasting impact on all the characters involved. The narrative closes on a note of satisfaction and fulfillment, with the characters settled into lives enriched by their experiences and sustained by the bonds of friendship and love. Through this ending, Dickens affirms the novel's optimistic outlook on life and the potential for individual and collective betterment. Let's explore together the main themes and concepts of the book. The foibles of society. The Pickwick Papers offers a satirical look at the various eccentricities and follies of Victorian society. Through the misadventures of Mr. Pickwick and his companions, Dickens highlights the absurdities of social conventions, the judicial system, and the myriad quirks of human nature. The novel exposes the pretensions and hypocrisies that underlie social interactions, using humor and exaggeration to critique the often ridiculous nature of societal norms. This theme underscores the novel's enduring appeal as a comedic yet insightful commentary on the social landscape of Dickens's time. The importance of friendship. At the heart of the Pickwick Papers lies the theme of friendship. The bond between Mr. Pickwick and his fellow club members, as well as their interactions with a broader cast of characters, showcases the strength, loyalty, and support that friendship provides. Their collective adventures and mishaps serve to strengthen their bonds and highlight the importance of camaraderie and companionship. Dickens portrays friendship as a source of joy and a buffer against life's challenges, suggesting that true friendship is invaluable and provides a foundation for moral support and personal growth. Social injustice and reform. While primarily comedic, the Pickwick Papers also touches on serious issues of social injustice, particularly through Mr. Pickwick's experiences in the Fleet prison. This subplot serves as a critique of the Victorian legal and penal systems, showcasing their capacity for cruelty and the arbitrary nature of justice. Dickens uses Mr. Pickwick's imprisonment to shed light on the broader implications of legal corruption and the need for social reform. This theme reflects Dickens's lifelong concern with social issues and his advocacy for reform to address the injustices of his time. The journey of self-discovery. The novel also charts a journey of self-discovery for its protagonists, particularly Mr. Pickwick. Through his adventures, misadventures, and reflective moments, Mr. Pickwick evolves from a naive and somewhat pompous gentleman to a wiser, more compassionate individual. This transformation is emblematic of the broader theme of personal growth and enlightenment that Dickens weaves throughout the narrative. The characters' experiences prompt them to reevaluate their beliefs, behaviors, and relationships, ultimately leading to personal development and a deeper understanding of the complexities of life. The duality of human nature. Dickens explores the duality of human nature through the contrasting characters and situations in the Pickwick Papers. Characters such as Samuel Pickwick and Sam Weller embody goodness, integrity, and altruism, while figures like Alfred Jingle represent deceit and opportunism. This juxtaposition highlights the capacity for both virtue and vice within individuals and society. Dickens suggests that understanding and embracing this duality is essential for navigating the complexities of human relationships and societal norms. This theme invites readers to reflect on the multifaceted nature of people and the possibility of redemption and change. Let's talk about the author. Charles Dickens, born in 1812 in Portsmouth, England, emerged as a literary colossus of the Victorian era, renowned for his vivid storytelling, memorable characters, and incisive critique of societal inequities. His early life, marred by poverty and hardship, profoundly influenced his writing, imbuing it with a deep compassion for the underprivileged. Dickens's novels, including classics like Great Expectations, Oliver Twist, and A Christmas Carol, explore themes of social injustice, poverty, and redemption, capturing the complexity of human nature and the societal challenges of his time. His masterful narrative artistry and relentless advocacy for social reform cemented his legacy as one of the greatest writers in English literature. Sincere thanks for watching. If you have any feedbacks or book requests, make sure to leave a comment. If this book summary has been helpful, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. Regardless, I wish you a great day.